If you arrived here expecting me to complain about the members of Blackpink, you are oh so very wrong. Plot twist, I actually like all the members of Blackpink. I really do. I'm sure that if you want a video expressing dislike for the girls, you can find one, but this one is not it. The first thing about this is that the girls of Blackpink are absolutely not the targets of any criticism I have to say about Blackpink's discography. Honestly, the girls are irrelevant to what I want to talk about. They are performers, and their ability to entertain doesn't actually affect the quality of their discography. I don't blame actors for bad scripts, I blame scriptwriters. In the same way, I don't assign blame for my critiques about Blackpink's music to the members themselves. If you don't care for the members of Blackpink, or you love them more than anything, great, that's all cool. I just ask that you leave your feelings about the members, and also your feelings about the fandom, out of your consideration for this video. I'm going to try and be as objective as possible and back up what I'm saying with evidence, but bias exists in every argument ever made, and even if by the end you completely disagree, that's fine, just as long as you took the time to try and understand where I'm coming from. Okay, so I would consider myself someone who enjoys Blackpink's music. Really, I would. I don't hate any of their songs, and I like a lot of them. If you love Blackpink's discography, good for you. You are not stupid or tone deaf or uneducated in music. You are someone who enjoys things, and I both respect and applaud that. Nonetheless, Blackpink confuses me. Or I suppose rather it's YG's production of Blackpink and the public's reception of Blackpink that confuses me. It makes no sense to me on a base level that you can be a top 3 girl group or even a top 20 group with only about 10 songs. And I'm not questioning that status, they are a top 3 girl group. And therein lies my problem. Blackpink sells well, Blackpink is successful, Blackpink doesn't have a full album. And for some reason K-pop fans elevated them to the top 3. This video isn't campaigning for the removal of Blackpink from the top 3 so much as me saying that with the way things are going, either Blackpink is going to fall out of the top 3 or K-pop fans are going to prove themselves so complacent in not getting music or any content at all that comebacks from popular groups can be years apart and you all won't care. And when they do happen, you don't care what quality they're at. Blackpink has 9 songs. How do I hammer in how ridiculous it is that they are a top group with 9 songs? If you think that's impressive, I'm honestly a bit concerned about the amount of content you'll settle for and then call greatness. And I think this is a mixture of a lot of things. There's big 3 privilege from being a YG group. They have a fierce, badass concept that people are eating up right about now. They're involved in some quote-unquote scandals, and that keeps people talking about them. And they're following a music formula that's popular with the mainstream audience. These are all things that continue to build hype. So let's take a look at Blackpink's songs so I can explain my, not disappointment, but rather my reservations about their music. I'm not going to be including the song Kiss and Make Up for 3 reasons. Number 1, Blackpink is such a small part of this song, the song's focus is clearly Dua Lipa. Number 2, it's not written solely by YG songwriters and as such is an outlier in the discography as the song is, again, built to suit one artist over the other. And number 3, the song is bad. It's just bad. It's boring. It was a waste of time designed to break Blackpink into the West and for another Western artist to hop on the K-pop bandwagon. And it's actually such a nothing song that I don't want to analyze it, and I think that it'd be unfair to Blackpink to do so. With that said, here is every Blackpink song as of the making of this video. Boombayah, Whistle, Playing with Fire, Stay, As If It's Your Last, Do-Do-Do-Do, Forever Young, Really, See You Later. Of these 9 songs, all of which are produced by Teddy, 6 of them are the same song formula being recycled over and over again. Now this is different from Momoland's Boom Boom and Bam being the same song, and EXID's Up and Down and Ah Yeah being the same song. Those are just the same song slightly altered, I'm not arguing that. Blackpink is using the same formula, which is different. Same skeleton, different clothes. But Blackpink's discography suffers from a massive amount of strict formula and gold leaf covering to make you think you're getting more content than you are. And that doesn't make their songs clones, but it does make their discography extremely limited and even boring if you look at Blackpink as a music artist. Let's take a hot look at their song structure. Jennie opens, usually with rhythm speaker singing. Click, clap, bada bing, bada boom. 문을 박 차면 모든 날 bada boom. 우리 엄마 매일 내게 말했어. 언제나 남자 조심하라고. Give me a little bit of that. 넌 뭔데 자꾸 생각나. Give me a little bit of this. 자존심 상해 애 같아. If you really love me, 말해줘. 나 없이 하루도 버틸 수 없다고. Really, 집착할 만큼 원한다고. Really.
얼굴에 그렇지 못한 태도 간녀린 몸에서 가려진 볼륨은 두 배로 떠나지 마 Just stay 지금 이 시간을 멈춘 채 너와 함께라면 난 I could die in this moment.
At some point in the song, usually right before the chorus, Rosé and Jisoo are forced to share a melody clearly written for only one of them.
좋아 이 분위기가 좋아 좋아 난 지금 네가 좋아 이대로 지나치지 마요 너도 나처럼 날 잊을 수가 없다면 널 향한 이 마음의 fire 내 심장이 빠르게 뛰잖아 점점 가까이 들리잖아 지금 너를 원하는 내 숨결이 느껴지니 널 바라보고 있어 I'm missing you So tonight won't you set me free 시간은 흘러가는데 마음만 급해지지 내 세상은 너 하나만 missing you So tonight won't you set me free 두 번 생각해 흔한 남들처럼 착한 척이 못하니까 착각하지 마 쉽게 웃어주는 건 날 위한 거야 아직은 잘 모르겠지 굳이 원하면 test me 넌 불 보듯이 뻔해 만나는 걸 원했다면 두 번 생각해 흔한 남들처럼 착한 척은 못하니까 착각하지 마 쉽게 웃어주는 건 날 위한 거야 아직은 잘 모르겠지 굳이 원하면 test me 넌 불 보듯이 뻔해 만만한 걸 원했다면
Sometimes we even get a slice of Lisa, but she's usually subjected to the second verse.
We're gonna wanna dance like 따라라란딴 따라라란딴 부르던 이제 달려야지 뭘 어떡해 난 철없어 겁없어 man Middle finger up F you pay me 90s baby I pump up the jam 달려봐 오빠야 Lambo 오늘은 너와 나 젊음을 gamble 감히 난 막지마 혹시나 누가 날 막아도 I'ma go brrr Rambo 언제나 는 stylin' 도도하지만 이 앞에선 darling 뜨거워지잖아 like a desert island 널 알아갈수록 울려대는 맘속 그만 내빼 넘어와라 내게 boy 이젠 checkmate 게임은 내가 win 난 널 택해 안아줘도 세게 눈가 널 가로채 하기 전에 내가 Look at me now 이렇게 난 나를 태우고 있잖아 그럴 수 없어 Oh no 난 이미 멀리 와버렸는 girl 어느새 이 모든 게 장난이 아닌 girl 사랑이는 빨간 불씨 불어라 바람 더 커져가는 불길 이게 약인지 독인지 우리 엄마도 몰라 내 맘 도둑인데 왜 경찰도 몰라 불붙은 내 심장이 더 부어라 너는 기름 Kissing while I diss him I don't know but I miss him 중독을 넘어서 네 사랑은 crack 내 심장의 색깔은 black I'm a fire love baby You can finna catch me Give you all of this baby Call me pretty and nasty Cause we gonna get it my love you can bet it on black We gon' double the stack on them I'll be the bunny and you be my Clyde Revert or die X's and no day 그게 어디가 될까 말야 가끔 어둠이 올 때면 I'll be a fire 거짓 같은 세상 속 유일한 truth is you This a letter from me to you
Now let's talk about those 6 songs that I mentioned earlier, because they all have the same chorus. Every chorus is made up of the same 3 components. Number 1, a key phrase, usually in English. Number 2 is repetitions of onomatopoeia or a secondary phrase. And number 3 is a cycling pattern of electronic notes.
Boom-ba-ya Yeah, 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 boom-ba-ya Oppa Yeah, 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 yeah Yeah, 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 yeah Boom-boom-ba, boom-ba-ya Beep-ba-dum Weep-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum Can you hear that? Weep-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum Beep-ba-dum Weep-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum Can you hear that? Weep-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum Oh, 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 oh you with that do-do-do-do. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hit you with that do-do-do-do. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Forever young. Forever young.
Blackpink is the revolution.
Forever young. Forever young. See you later, boy. See you later. See you later, boy. See you later, later. See you later, boy. See you later.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, didn't.
See you later, boy. See you later. See you later, boy. See you later, later. See you later, boy. See you later.
See ya later, maybe never.
Boombayah was successful, so let's use its structure again, and again, and again. And if you're gonna say, oh, this is just a common pop formula, everybody uses it, that doesn't make it better, that actually makes it worse. Because then Blackpink's formula isn't even Blackpink's, it's just every random pop song out there. And if it is a common pop formula, why is Blackpink using it so many times when other groups only use it occasionally? Okay, here's where I'm gonna contradict myself. Having and using formula isn't inherently bad, it's actually fine and common. Because music as a form of artistic expression isn't the only point to music. Sometimes music is just there because it's fun and it's catchy and it makes us feel good. Thus, formula. But the point of having formula is that it makes songwriting easier and faster. If you're sticking to one formula and just swapping out your phrases and techno melodies, writing 10 songs should take a week. YG is using the same formula for 6 of Blackpink's songs. So why does Blackpink only have 9 songs? They should have 30 songs. We should have 2 full albums with how heavily Blackpink's production team relies on this formula. And when you have a quantitative foundation, then you can start doing more idol stuff, like members having solos, or doing collabs, or modeling and acting. I would rather have an uncreative album of 15 songs of the same structure than 2 uncreative mini albums with only 4 distinct songs. At least we'd have content. The idea of using formula so heavily was actually more acceptable back when Blackpink had 5 songs and only 3 of them used formula. Because at least we could tell ourselves they'll have more variation in the next comeback. And then Square Up happened, and out of the grand total of 4 songs we got, 3 used the formula. If we're talking from a musical perspective and asking ourselves how many genuine pieces of music does Blackpink have, those 6 songs are just 1 song. And thinking that Blackpink has only 4 real songs is depressing, and I'd rather not do it. And I'm not including Japanese versions of songs because those aren't new songs, and I'd rather not have to talk about Lisa saying, "Bitch, I'm a star but no Patrick." Is it any wonder Blackpink has become something of a love or hate group over the past year? Idol bashing, performance disinterest, the Jenny thing, fans attacking one another. YG, when you lock your consumers in the dungeon and don't give them any food, they start to eat each other. There's probably someone out there writing an essay about how secretly ingenious this is. Oh, you silly, you just don't understand that YG is actually brilliant because he can make tons of money without actually having to do work. To which I say, you're right. YG is smart because from a business standpoint, the most successful company is the company that exerts the least resources and receives the most capital. And in the end, you, the consumer, get screwed. From what I've seen, Blackpink fans are the people who are most frustrated by what's going on, and rightly so. They're basically being punished by YG for investing their time, money, and care into Blackpink. Blackpink being a top 3 girl group with only 9 songs isn't something to be proud of, it's something to be worried about. This isn't the time to say, wow, Queens only made it to the top with absolutely no discography. Because what are we telling producers? That they can do the bare minimum and be successful? And companies screwing over fans is nothing new. It's been done since the beginning of time, and not just in K-pop, but in every industry ever. But being praised for it is something I'd rather avoid. And if you celebrate Blackpink's lack of discography or musicality as groundbreaking, then you don't get to complain when the next comeback disappoints you, if the comeback even happens at all. Back to the discography. I refuse to accept the idea that Blackpink's music takes so long to produce because, oh, we're taking our time to produce art, and art takes 3 goddamn years to make. This isn't lofty art. Blackpink's raps are good, their dance style is fine, but there are some serious drawbacks to rinsing and repeating. The vocal parts in their songs are almost always written to suit Rosé's higher, clearer voice, and Jisoo is often just dragged along for the ride and given melodies that don't complement her voice. Songs like As If It's Your Last make me really happy because Jisoo gets to have her own lines that are written just for her. Jisoo's part in Playing with Fire is also awesome for this reason. Forever Young was one of my favorite songs of 2018, and a large part of that was because it was the first song that let Jisoo sing in her range. Unfortunately, Blackpink's flagship songs are geared towards only one vocalist instead of embracing the unique abilities of both. And this isn't to drag Rosé, I love Rosé's voice, but Jisoo's in the group for a reason. On top of that, Blackpink is plagued with an unbelievable amount of forgot to write the chorus syndrome. One of the reasons I enjoy K-pop is because most K-pop hasn't given into the extremely popular house music trend, where you can excuse not writing a chorus and instead just repeating a phrase in some pre-recorded notes and calling it a genre, instead of the laziness that it actually is. So it bothers me a bit when I see groups turn towards that easy lack of creativity because they know they can make a quick buck. That's when you stop being an artist. I'm going to talk about Solo for a hot second because while this is a Jennie-only song, it's part of Blackpink's musicality, and 3 guesses who it was produced by. Solo also came with a high hype fever and a case of forgot to write the chorus. Solo has such an amazing start. I love the opening so much. I love Jennie's singing voice. I love the lilting, springing melody. I appreciate Jennie's ability to be soft in her voice. The build-up is also exciting. It thrums so nicely. And then all of that is thrown away with the chorus. The chorus is not only boring, it's actually kind of like painful for me to listen to. The back notes are just screechy and annoying, and I miss Jennie's voice. Why isn't Jennie in the chorus of her own solo song? And then there's the English rap, which I could have done without. It should have been in Korean, it should have been powerful and snappy, and instead we got too many TH sounds being thrown at a Korean artist, and then some unimaginative rhymes. Best case scenario, the songwriters would have returned to Jennie's lovely singing, but they didn't until the bridge. The final chorus just sounds like elevator dings to me, and I'd rather not think about the Hilton Hotel when I'm listening to K-pop. Blackpink can't grow if they keep hitting the replay button and giving out no songs. And I personally want the girls to succeed. Blackpink has been facing an increasing amount of backlash and dislike, and I would see it as warranted if I saw any evidence that the recent waves of criticism were tied to quality of music or problems with management and artistry. Unfortunately, I haven't really seen anyone talk about the music other than Square Up was disappointing, which is ironically fitting. In the same way YG collects paychecks and credibility by writing off Blackpink's hype and not by creating unique music, K-pop fans would rather throw mud at Blackpink for Jennie being lazy, or Lisa being cringy, or Rosé being unable to sing, or Jisoo being overrated, and generally making themselves sound like tabloid runners instead of consumers interested in content worth their money. And then they don't get content worth their money and complain about the wrong things. I saw Goody Proctor with the devil and she said that Jennie was her Blackpink bias. Second verse, same as the first. I don't want YG's scheme to set a precedent for other companies to start reducing content but elevating hype. You shouldn't be celebrated for not doing your job. I hate feeling like someone skimped the meat in my sandwich just because the other customers were so loud about how great the bread tastes. Fans deserve better, Blackpink deserves better, and when YG and Teddy pull back on both quantity and quality, the real person that gets put in the dungeon is you.